In this video, we're going to model the head of this Lego figure. So this example that I found was from Thingiverse, and you can see that some things like the hands and the face itself with those eye holes are not correct when it comes to the actual minifigure. Also, the holes on the back of the legs are too big, but it's just something that I can kind of base what I'm trying to design. My idea is to create like a little minifigure astronaut, but I want to add some more articulation to it, so it's going to look different from an actual minifigure anyway. Okay, so when I tap on the figure, you can see it all highlights, so it's all just one piece, and that's just the way it was from Thingiverse. It's an STL file. So what I'm going to do is I've gone to my scenes. I'm going to actually press my gizmo button, and I'm going to go to the pivot, which is this little lock right here, and I'm going to change where the origin point of this gizmo is to the center of the Lego head. And I'm just checking it all around, so it's basically the center of the head itself. So I'm going to press the lock again, so that way it stays. Now I'm going to go back to my shape selection. I'm going to tap on the plus. Now if you notice up here on the top, you've got these 3 check marks. You've got on gizmo, select gizmo, and UVs. The on gizmo, that's the one that we want. So what's going to happen is when I make my shape, in this case it's going to be a cylinder, it should show up in the center of where that gizmo was. So you notice I'm got to tap on this outer circle to scale it up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the scaling of it. Okay. I think that's all right. I'm going to tap validate. So what I want to do is I want to create a copy of the cylinder. So I'm going to go back up to my scene, and I just noticed that the cylinder I created actually shows up in the trace model. So I don't want that, so I'm going to tap on the cylinder. I'm going to go up and just get it out of that trace model, so that way I can hide it later. And you hear my dog Jupiter talking. Okay, so the cylinder, I want to copy it, so I'm going to actually tap on these 3 dots right here to the right and do clone. I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to scale it down. And I don't have to validate this one because it's already it's a copy of a validated shape already. So I'm actually going to scale it up a little bit. And for right now, I'm not even going to actually put the hole inside this smaller cylinder because I might not need it for what I'm doing. I don't know if I want to 3D print this or not. But I do know I want to kind of smooth out these edges here. So I'm going to go back, and just to make sure I don't move anything, I'm going to go and press the select tool on the right. I'm going to tap this outer cylinder. I'm going to go up to my resolution section, go to voxel. I'm going to change the resolution to, to 250. Then I'm going to press the remesh button. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to this small circle while I'm here. So, small cylinder. So 250, remesh. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go to this outer one. I'm going to go to the smooth tool. I'm going to go to my symmetry. So I want to do the symmetrical for X and Z on the local. And I want to show the line in the plane just to make sure that it's working correctly. So you can see right here, the red line represents the X and the blue line represents the Z. And I'm actually going to do the Y one also. So this green one is the Y. So what should happen is when I move my finger across the shape, it should smooth it all out evenly. And if you go in a little bit here, you notice that there's a slight curve now showing up on the edges of the cylinder, and that's what I wanted. Okay, it smoothed it out. Got rid of those little lines right here you can see in this smaller cylinder. So we're going to do the same thing for this one. Just got to make sure that you set it to local. Otherwise it's not going to smooth out correctly. And I'm going to smooth this one out. And I know you can put pictures on top of the models in Nomad, but I'm not very good at that. I'd much rather put the model into Procreate Pocket on my iPhone, which I'm using my iPhone anyway with the Nomad app. And in Procreate Pocket, I can make like a little face, and I can transform it onto the shape. I'd rather do that. So I just want to focus on the head for this video. So let me go back to select. I'm going to go to lasso, and I'm just going to deselect everything off of the shape here. Then I'm going to tap on view, so that way I can move around my shape without accidentally selecting anything. And just for the sake of difference, I'm going to go to paint, and I'm just going to pick some color here. Doesn't have to be anything specific. So I'm just going to do red, so that way we can see what we've actually done. Okay. So now we've got the start of a Lego minifigure with the head.